Most people approach money with a growth mindset. How do I make more? Where should I invest? What is the best return available right now? And those are not bad questions, but they are the second questions, not the first. The first question, the one that actually determines whether wealth gets built or destroyed, is a different one entirely. How do I make sure I do not lose what I already have? This idea is older than modern finance. It runs through the thinking of serious investors across centuries and cultures, and it sits at the heart of how families who stay wealthy across generations actually think about money. Most people never reach it, not because it is complicated, but because it is quiet. It does not get talked about in the same breath as big returns and exciting opportunities. Protection does not feel urgent until you need it, and by then it is often too late. Here is the mathematics that most people have never sat with properly. If you lose 50% of your money, you do not need 50% growth to recover. You need 100%. You need to double everything that is left just to get back to where you started. And if you lose 70%, you need to grow what remains by more than 300% to return to zero. This is not bad luck. This is arithmetic. And it is the reason that the most experienced investors in the world think about downside long before they think about upside. Warren Buffett's 2 rules of investing are famous precisely because they make this point so simply. Rule 1, never lose money. Rule 2, never forget Rule 1. People laugh at this because it sounds obvious, but almost nobody actually builds their financial life around it. Instead, people take on risk they do not fully understand because the potential upside feels exciting. They concentrate everything in one place because spreading it around feels like lack of conviction. They stay in positions too long because admitting a mistake feels worse than the loss itself. And these are not failures of intelligence. They are failures of structure. Without a clear framework for thinking about protection, even smart people make these mistakes. So what does protection actually look like in practice? It starts with never putting yourself in a position where a single event can take everything. One investment failing, one income stream disappearing, one unexpected expense arriving at the wrong moment. Real protection means having something set aside that does not move with markets. It means not concentrating risk in one place, regardless of how confident you feel. It means understanding, before you commit money to anything, what the realistic worst case looks like and whether you can absorb it. None of this means avoiding risk entirely. Risk is part of building wealth. But there is a difference between calculated risk, where you understand the downside and have decided it is acceptable, and unconscious risk, where you simply have not thought about what happens if things go wrong. Most financial mistakes fall into the second category. The families and individuals who build lasting wealth are not necessarily the ones who find the best opportunities. They are often the ones who survive long enough, through bad markets, unexpected events, and their own mistakes, to let compounding do its work over time. You cannot compound from zero. Protection is not the opposite of growth. It is the condition that makes growth possible. It is what keeps you in the game when things get difficult. And things always get difficult at some point. Start there. Before the returns, before the strategy, before the next opportunity. Ask first what you are protecting, and make sure the answer is solid.